We were expecting some spicy picks, but no. Liquid drafted relatively close to the chest, even bringing back an old favorite in the Claude.
Yeah.
Despite the Granger and the Moskov still being on the board. This is what they chose. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1. What a pleasure it is to see these timeless champions, true icons of MLBB esports in action here to open up game number 1.
We're going to be looking closely at how they're going to start things off, especially the trade around the Phoveus and the Lapu Lapu, and who's going to be fighting better by Turtle 1, or if there is going to fight, then Team Liquid Philippines decide to slow things down and just trade it out. So mid Prio right now looks leaning a little bit more towards Aurora. They take a fair brunt of damage, but with light in the front, it's easy clear in the mid for Yue. He's in Demon Kite both starting purple. But yeah, early on it's difficult to trade against the Kagura if you get hit by the umbrella. It's a good chunk of damage against that Kimmy.
Yeah, there's also the rupture there that Sanji could rely a bit more on in terms of providing some early sources of damage. So I'm liking it so far, even though we're expecting how it would turn out with a Kimmy in the mid lane. They're really fighting back. They're not letting Aurora just completely overpower them in the mid lane.
Sanji's got knives in that umbrella. He's about to send Yue home. That's a technical knockout. Aurora have to time this recall very well, lest Yue miss out on very important golden XP.
Yeah. They're freezing it.
Yeah, we're really seeing here why Kagura has risen up the ranks. She's just a menace in terms of handling the trading in the center of the map. Oheb takes a brunt of damage from Demon Kite, but he's able to get away. That does apply pressure on him though. As Demon Kite, we did mention he needed to have a pick that wins in the matchup or can just afford to be aggressive and doesn't call for a lot of help to be needed.
So we're seeing that, at least, being done by Aurora for now. Dominkite seems to be getting the hang of at least dominating the lane.
Yeah, great wave management. Oheb struggling to get close to the final siege minion, but he'll be able to get it.
Whoop, that's a duel pending in the Turtle though. Liquid's already started. Turtle half health.
Okay, Sanford goes in, Infernal Pursuits. Oh, gets stunned by the Mountain Shocker. Flickers out though. Carl TV really secures the Turtle at the expense of Sanji's life. Edward still trying to fight. Traction Pulse also lands onto Sanford. They give over a double kill to Edward.
That is expensive. Aurora make Liquid pay 2 lives for the Turtle.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. We should really look closely at what happens in the first Turtle, and Edward walks away with a double kill. That's one of their multiple early game conditions checked, alongside the fact that Dominkite is dominating Oheb in lane as of this moment. Aurora is controlling the early game very well, despite the difficulty in trading around the center of the map for Yue going up against that Kagura, who now has 1 death under his belt after that loss in the first Turtle fight.
Yeah, at least Carl TZ is almost 2 levels ahead of Demon Kite.
Yeah.
That's that, and they got the Turtle, but that's about it. Because Aurora, they are the ones leading right now in terms of gold, and they got 2 kills who went into the hands of the EXP laner.
But a majority of this gold is elsewhere. If you're looking at Liquid, their cores are doing good.
Yeah.
Oheb and Carl TZ, baby cakes, are actually fine. Looking at the items that they're going for right now, Oheb, as long as he gets JP on him, and if Sanji can visit him too, this whole bullying by Dominkite should come to a halt. And Carl TZ, he's still farming non-stop.
Yeah.
And I asked him last week, Carl, throughout your career, you've had so many different heroes to highlight you. JP should be okay here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? He still says it's still Lancelot, man.
Even despite all of the junglers he's been through, the Fredrin eras.
After Akai, Fredrin, Baksha, he's still a Lancelot main.
Look at Aurora now though, giving a lot of difficulty for Carl TZ to farm, constantly invading, getting at least 1 camp, getting that golem. Sanford having difficulty in lane against the Lapu Lapu. So right now, Team Liquid Philippines needs to start showing some aggression towards the side lanes because they're not winning anywhere else. This could be a turnaround for them though, if they can get it. But so far, it looks like Aurora might be able to get this without that much of a problem.
Turtle at half health gets soft reset. Sanford gets spotted out by Light. Mountain Shocker set up. Aurora, they're crossing the threshold.
JP has the AOG, but is he gonna go for it? Light seems to have found a target first, though. They're trying to pin down Sanford. Edward goes in as well with the Bravest Fighter. AOG in the back by JP. Sanford still trying to jump onto Edward, but he's just doing so much damage. There's the Thorn Growth to try to immune himself, but JP will not get to escape. dish out enough damage though. Just the right amount to let Aurora walk away.
Not just yet. Oheb doesn't have enough farm to make that blazing duet hurt. Aurora might go for this.
Oh!
The snail by the goat!
He takes it away! Even despite what happened in the previous team fight. And Aurora were somehow ready to answer back, but he was just too quick.
Damn, Carl. Damn. What a steal. But right now, Team Liquid Philippines needs to start respecting that Lapu-Lapu and start having answers for it. So JP decided to dive into the back line to put pressure onto Demon Kite to force the attention away from the Lapu-Lapu so that Team Liquid Philippines will be able to take him down or increase the chances of taking him down. But they couldn't. He was way too tanky. So now Team Liquid Philippines go for up top.
Oh, how tanky is Light this time though. Thanks to the glorious pathway, he seems to be tanky enough. That was multiple resources, or the Yin Yang overturn even committed from TLPH, but he still survives.
So Liquid, despite that slobber knocker of a team fight underneath the turtle and that close call up top, find a way to shrink the gold lead. Prior, this was about 1,000 and change. Now it's just 500. Oh, look at this. Demon Kite able to buy time in the bottom part of the map.
Yep.
Sanford and Sanji, Sanduo looking to clean house, but it's too late. I think that's a push turret down bot.
Yeah, they just tried to look for the kill because they knew that tower's going to be a lost cause anyway. So with how Aurora has been fighting, seems like they've taken the suggestion that we put up earlier, wherein Light would get vision, but the main aggressor and frontliner is actually this Lapu-Lapu, who is holding. He built for the War Axe. He has the belt with him. Did get the tough boots though, so that's one of the reasons why he's able to fight a little bit better and a little bit smoother because of that extra little bit of crowd control reduction that he has.
Call it a carry Lapu-Lapu. Damage XP laners have been on the up and up in recent weeks of this metagame. How can Aurora ride this into a winning position? How can they avoid the late game entirely so that they can secure a win in game one? Turtle spawning in just a couple of seconds. Upper part of the map. Light here looking to buy some space for the Northern Lights. And Aurora still sets up amazing push here up top.
Yep.
Gonna get quelled by Liquid.
I just want to say I really appreciate how Demon Cat has been playing this game. He's been non-stop rotating. He's always present for macro and micro.
Yeah, the objectives are definitely gonna be the factor here for Aurora, but then it seems like the one who gets bursted down first is Edward. They respond immediately to what needs to be done, and Carl secures the turtle on both sides. Amazing duet coming in from Oheb, potentially taking down Light. JPAOG doesn't land, and somehow they still get to walk away. Just uses the taunt onto you instead, and the follow-up from Sanji is gonna be enough.
The moment the formation breaks, Edward, again, it was supposed to be Light first, let Edward follow up later. It got broken, and the next thing you know, Edward is the one who gets taken out first, and Team Liquid Philippines win a team fight with the Lapu-Lapu going down quick. In the middle, there was a big trade between JP and Demon Kite, but JP able to survive it.
The chef truly is JP's son. Oh my god, he just stood there waiting. The communication between this mid-duo is unbreakable. Liquid now up by almost 1,000. Carl TC dashing on through 3, through 4.
Ooh.
Carl, what are you doing?
He tried to take on everyone, but will he get to escape this though?
Yep.
There's nothing left to dash on, but he's still alive.
And he's still back to split pushing that minion wave up top.
He sent the 4 of them back. That is a maestro in action. Carl TZ, for the better part of a decade, has mastered this hero. He's fallen in love with Lancelot, and still to this day in his career plays it like it's the first day he's ever touched this hero in the jungle. 700 gold now, almost 1,000. Liquid are up. What happened to that lead by Aurora?
Well, we saw as long as their formation gets broken down real quick, if it's Edward the one who's going down first, alongside Light going down quickly, it's not good.
Okay, there's a conceal from JP. The taunt doesn't land, so Demon Kite might survive this, and he will! There's the glorious pathway as well. AOG out, coming in from JP. Sanford might be in a very dangerous spot, and he gets punished instead. The sidestep from Edward, he gets the stun Oheb, and now they take him down as well.
That's way too many resources spent by Liquid to try and pick up Demon Kite, and he gets away with it. The punish by Aurora, 2 down.
Oh my goodness, Carl TZ still wants to go for it, but he might just get taken down as well by Demon Kite. Oh my god. gosh!
Overheat.
And Aurora make it straight through to the Lord. What a response!
Edward, man, that sidestep land shaker stun onto Oheb to predict where he would be to secure the kill onto that Claude. And the miscommunication by Sanford to go in when Team Liquid were already on the way out. He wanted to get that kill on Dominkite, but at that point, Light with the perfect save, committing the ultimate and the revitalize to make sure that Dominkite got away.
Aurora put Liquid in a defensive position now. Liquid have to clean the house. There's a Lord marching up top, waves down, bot, mid. The only real place where Liquid could say that's at equilibrium. We don't even have to commit much to that. But that's what Aurora is taking advantage of. They're synchronizing these waves. Massive push by the Northern Lights. They're taking down the tier 2 up top. Liquid have to really get farm on Oheb. He's not quite as powerful just yet. Is he? At least on his... Wow, not yet his third item!
Yeah, doesn't have the full Trinity just yet. Went for the DHS Golden Staff. Didn't go for the Corrosion side just yet. Decided to go for DHS first so that he has a little bit more sustain. And with all of the HP scaling on the side of Aurora, it was the right decision. JP already has the Blade Armor, so that might come in the clutch, especially up against what Demonkite can bring to the table in terms of damage.
All right. If Oheb, there you go, locks in the Swift Trinity, then maybe that's enough of a power spike for Liquid to try and find something else. Because again, this is just sub 2,000 ahead.
Even more so, to add to that, Sanford just needs to communicate better with the team if he's going to go or not. And if the team decides to back, he needs to back as well. He cannot tell the team, hey, we fight because I want to fight.
Yeah, Carl TZ already used his Retribution. Might just actually get the kill on Edward first again, though. But could they accomplish that? Because it seems like Sanford is struggling to tank their damage. Yue just going in for the free hits, but the Blazing Duet, it already has the damage we're looking for now. JP also trying to go for the zone, and Sanford doing a great job at zoning out Yue. But JP gets punished, and Dominkite finds Sanford. Sanji and Oheb will just try to look for another kill, but Yue flickers in and will pick up a double!
Kiel falls! Carl TZ was too low. He decided to go for his purple first and missed out on a majority of that fight. Liquid bit off more than they could chew.
You are popping off in this game, and this is what you get when you have a lineup that has multiple options for carries versus a lineup that is waiting for one carry to be online. Even though they could get kills on the Lapu-Lapu, on the Harith, you still have the YSS and the Kimmy to deal with. So this is the difficult spot that TLPH is at now. Sanford, yes, he's jumping on people's heads, but he's not doing a lot of damage. He's sustaining and holding on to the team fights. The presence of Light now with the Revitalize, who has the anti-Karas, reducing the extra damage that Sanford can dish out as the Phoveus, has become a massive pain in the Apex Predator side.
Yeah, the damage from Aurora is just too spread out.
Yeah, you have too many things to deal with if you're Team Liquid that even though this drags on, Aurora's fine with it.
Best said in the song by the recently engaged Taylor Swift featuring Boys Like Girls, 2 is better than 1. They're waiting for Oheb. He can only do so much. You have Demonkite and Dominkite, the Kite brothers, are calling the shots. Given Dominkite died, you still have Yue to answer back, picking up that concentrated energy. I'm surprised that this is still a dance. I'm surprised that Aurora aren't steamrolling through Liquid, who should have been shook by that engagement down bottom.
It's really tough for Oheb too, because every time he goes in and uses the Blazing Duet, there's someone waiting for him. Edward is waiting on a land shaker. He's worried that he's gonna get stunned immediately the moment Light gets close enough to that Claude when he decides to enter. And when that Claude gets stunned, that's it. You're done. And your Wind of Nature can barely do anything here because you're mainly up against magic damage dealers in the Oheb, the Harith. Whoa!
Oh, they get to bring Sanford down to half HP though. Edward already goes in, might just actually go for the kill. Thornroy's just too immune, but the Yin Yang overturn committed won't deal enough damage. AOG just to get out to safety, but could this be the disengage for TLPH? Because Sanford still goes in! He decides to go into fight because the Blazing Duet is going to provide some follow-up, but Dominkite answers right back. Carl TZ gets to find Edward, but that's gonna be about it. It's a triple kill for Doming, and JP's down as well. Sanji only left alone, but Dominkite won't let him go. It's a maniac.
The chef got cooked. They overloaded the Kagura with options. and they wiped them out. Aurora in the base.
That's it. This is Aurora for game 1.